What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another episode of the top 100 artists of all time as voted by you guys. We are getting into the 20s now, so excited. So let's get right to it. At number 30, The Clash. Absolutely deserves to be this high on the list. The Clash, even though they were kind of a short-lived band, there was just so much greatness in a short period of time. And I mean, of course, my favorite album by them would be London Calling. I mean, the title track, you got the Guns of Brixton, Revolution Rock, just so much going on, so many different styles. And I love how they really combined punk rock with reggae and kind of formed, ska was kind of not existing yet before they came into the scene. They kind of created that genre, and there's just so many bands that owe a debt to them. I know that U2 cites them as a huge influence to them early on, and then into the 80s, Rock the Casbah song, so much fun songs, and yeah, gotta love them. So that's at number 30. Now at number 29, Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney from the Beatles, But as a solo artist, man, I mean, come on, he's still doing his thing. He just recently released McCartney 3, a continuation of his solo albums that started with McCartney from 1970, which is actually my personal favorite solo record of his, which is really saying something, because I mean, you got Band on the Run, which was huge in the 70s as well. McCartney 2 took kind of a nosedive down in quality, but McCartney 3 is actually quite good. I mean, come on, for a guy in his 70s still doing his thing, and he didn't really have to do anything after the Beatles, for God's sakes. I mean, so many great songs with them, but yeah, I mean, one of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time who will not stop, and gotta have him on the list. So now at number 28, Van Morrison. Van the Man. I mean, come on. Talk about one of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time. I mean, songs like Into the Mystic and Moondance. Obviously, you can tell what my favorite album by him is, and that is definitely Moondance. I've done a top 5, both songs and albums of Van. And yeah, I mean, absolutely deserves to be this high. Actually, I would probably put him a little bit higher, but he's just had another artist who so many albums and so much quality. There's quantity and quality there, and he continues to put out great stuff. I mean, just in the past few years, his albums have been just top notch. His voice still sounds the same, and no one else sounds like the guy. Just incredible vocals, incredible songwriter, and yeah, great to have him on the list. So now at number 27, The Velvet Underground. Now, this is a band that I think is a little high on the list. Although I love Lou Reed and I do love some of the songs of this band, I think they're a bit overrated. Now, I gotta say, Sweet Jane from the album Loaded is just such a fun song. I love the way Lou sings it. Sweet Jane, just giving all he's got. I love songs like I'm Waiting for the Man from their debut with Velvet Underground and Nico. But as a whole, like their albums, I kind of lose the rhythm somewhere along the way. I do understand why they are so heralded as one of the greatest bands of all time. I mean, in a way, they kind of invented garage rock. They were up there with bands like The Who just were kind of had this mentality of like, hey, I could drop my guitar and it'd make a crazy sound, and that would make an album of that, and it works. And Lou Reed now joins the ranks of several other artists, being on this list twice. He was, I think, down in the 80s as a solo artist. So now he's up there with Paul Simon and Eric Clapton, Sting, and Peter Gabriel. So now we got 5 people who have made the list twice. That's pretty cool. And now at number 26. Chuck Berry. Hey, absolutely got to have him on the list. I mean, talk about an influential guitar player. And the songs that he wrote in the 50s, like Johnny Be Good, Sweet Little 16, even Run Run Rudolph. I mean, his songs are in so many films when you think about it, like Home Alone and Back to the Future, of course. And he was just such an innovator, not just on the way that he played guitar, but in the way that he wrote songs at that time. So many people were copying off of him in the 50s and into the 60s as well. You know, as far as an album goes, I'm not that familiar with his original albums, but I know there's a greatest hits record called The Great 28, and that should have everything that you need on it. Because really, a lot of his songs started ending up sounding a little samey, and but they're so fun and absolutely deserves to be on this list. So guys, that is it for this episode. Tune in next week when we go 25 to 21, and I'm telling you guys, from here on out, it is all legends. And you guys did such a good job voting. Did anyone make the cut that you voted for this week? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the list so far, and can't wait to catch up with you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.